As the year 2024 draws to a close, many of us find ourselves standing on the edge of transformation, peering into the unknown that 2025 promises to bring. But how do we navigate this transition? The cosmic energies that govern our existence aren't random. They guide us, nudge us, and sometimes challenge us to grow beyond what we thought possible. The closing months of this year are no exception. They present us with an opportunity to reflect, realign, and prepare ourselves for the next phase of our journey. But what if I told you that the key to unlocking the power of 2025 lies not in chasing external success, but in tuning into the rhythms of the universe? If you're tired of feeling like life is pushing you in directions you didn't choose, or you're fed up with the chaos of uncertainty, there's good news. There's a way to not only survive but thrive through these changes. By tapping into cosmic energies and embracing certain rituals, you can step into 2025 with clarity, confidence, and a sense of peace. The universe has a plan for you, and it's time to uncover it. This isn't just about astrology or cosmic events. It's about real, practical steps you can take right now to align yourself with the energy of the cosmos. Imagine closing out 2024 not with feelings of doubt or resistance, but with a deep sense of purpose and direction. By embracing the teachings of astrology, recognizing the influence of the planets, and setting intentions based on the moon's cycles, you can enter the new year ready to face anything. The rituals and practices shared here are designed to help you unlock your inner power, step away from limiting beliefs, and align with the flow of the universe. You don't need to wait for the stars to align. You can make them work for you today. Are you ready to discover what 2025 holds for you? The first quarter of 2025 hums with a potent mix of spirituality and compassion, inviting us to take a step back from rigid control. This period whispers a profound message. Surrender isn't a loss but an act of trust in the larger, unseen forces guiding our lives. Imagine a river. Trying to control its flow is exhausting and futile, yet surrendering allows us to move effortlessly. People might feel a pull toward meditation or journaling during this time, as both practices can help process the chaotic but transformative energy of the universe. This period also nudges us to lean into the love and connection we often sideline in our rush to succeed. Think about how astrology reminds us of the cyclical nature of existence. The sun rises and sets, the moon waxes and wanes. Likewise, this energy cycle is a reminder to embrace our own rhythms, especially those tied to the zodiac signs guiding our paths. Realigning with such rhythms could be as simple as daily walks at sunrise or stargazing, activities that root us in the cosmos' natural flow. Interestingly, the chaos of this time isn't something to fear but an opportunity to trust and release control. Think of someone navigating a stormy sea, relying on intuition rather than fighting the waves. Early 2025 carries a similar essence. By letting go, we find clarity amidst turbulence. And while it may feel unsettling, it's the perfect primer for what comes next, dismantling outdated structures in both our inner and outer worlds. The first 3 months of 2025 are marked by a deep need for breaking down old, rigid structures, whether personal, societal, or emotional. This process is often uncomfortable, as it involves letting go of long-held beliefs and habits that no longer serve us. Imagine it like renovating a house. Before you can build something new, you need to tear down the old walls. It's a messy process, but essential for creating space for something more authentic and aligned with your true self. During this time, you might find yourself questioning things that you've always accepted, especially with the influence of the moon's phases guiding internal reflection. Deconstruction isn't just about tearing things down, though. It's about what comes next. It's about being open to rebuilding from a place of authenticity. This might be the perfect time to examine your zodiac signs traits and how they influence your personal structure. For example, if you're a Virgo, perhaps you've been holding on to perfectionism, or if you're a Sagittarius, maybe you've been clinging to an outdated belief about freedom. The planets are shifting, and this energy urges you to break free from those illusions that were built on shaky ground, paving the way for true emotional connection. Society, too, is going through a transformation, especially with the ongoing influence of Saturn's energy. As Saturn pushes for a re-evaluation of traditional values, the collective is called to reassess its beliefs about success, status, and personal fulfillment. The challenge here is that such deconstruction often feels like a loss at first. People may struggle with feelings of insecurity as they let go of old ways, but these feelings are part of the transformation. Just as the sun sets every day only to rise again, this temporary discomfort is necessary to create a foundation for growth. On a personal level, you might feel a pull to let go of toxic relationships or environments that don't serve your spiritual or emotional well-being. This deconstruction is deeply connected to your inner world as well as your external circumstances. The energy of early 2025 invites you to reflect on your own belief systems, what you were taught as a child versus what feels true now. This can be a pivotal moment of growth as you release patterns that limit your potential. The moon's cycles will help guide this process, illuminating areas that need to be released for personal transformation. Ultimately, this phase of deconstruction is leading you to something greater. Though it may feel like you're losing pieces of yourself, you're actually creating space for the real you to emerge. This journey might involve difficult conversations, changes in your career or relationships, and even shifts in your values. The key is to trust the process and embrace the fluidity of this time. As we move through this period, we begin to clear the space for the next phase. A deeper connection with our intuition and emotional authenticity, ready for what's to come. The alignment of Saturn and Neptune in Pisces early in 2025 brings a powerful energy that dissolves illusions and invites us to reconnect with our true essence. This conjunction is like a cosmic cleansing, where the structures we've built, often based on false beliefs or societal expectations, are washed away. Neptune's influence in Pisces encourages deep emotional vulnerability, while Saturn insists on discipline and structure, creating a balance between intuition and practicality. During this time, we are invited to reflect on where our dreams may have been clouded by illusions, urging us to step into a more authentic reality. For many, this alignment may bring up emotions and dreams that were previously repressed. The Pisces energy can be like an ocean washing over us, urging us to confront what lies beneath the surface. Whether it's long-buried fears, regrets, or unfulfilled desires, this time challenges us to embrace emotional vulnerability, allowing us to heal and reconnect with our true self. You might find yourself gravitating toward activities that help you explore your emotional world. Journaling, meditation, or even therapeutic practices that dive deep into your psyche. In practical terms, this conjunction calls for redefining what success means. The planet Saturn, known for its strict and disciplined energy, might make us uncomfortable as it pushes us to challenge old concepts of achievement, especially in relation to societal standards. Meanwhile, Neptune's soft and intuitive nature encourages us to let go of rigid definitions of success and allow for a more fluid, compassionate approach to our goals. It's a time to ask yourself whether your current path aligns with your true calling or if it's simply following an external expectation. This is a period for redefining success on your terms, grounded in authenticity and emotional alignment. The conjunction also encourages us to tap into our intuitive gifts. With Neptune's mystical influence, many may experience heightened dreams, vivid intuitions, or a deeper connection to the astral realm. This is a perfect opportunity to explore spiritual practices that connect us with our higher selves, such as astrology, tarot, or energy healing. Saturn's grounding energy reminds us to approach these experiences with discipline and care, using them as tools for inner growth. Embracing both our intuition and the structured energy of Saturn allows us to integrate emotional depth with practical action. As we navigate this energy, it's essential to remember that vulnerability isn't a weakness, but a source of strength. By embracing this emotional rawness, we free ourselves from the illusions that have kept us locked in outdated patterns. The conjunction of Saturn and Neptune in Pisces is calling us to step into a more authentic, intuitive version of ourselves. As we dismantle falsehoods and reconnect with our true essence, we prepare ourselves for deeper emotional and spiritual growth, clearing the way for the changes that are coming next. The first quarter of 2025 may feel like a time of profound discomfort. The energetic shifts demand that we sit with silence, stillness, and emptiness, which can feel unsettling. In a world that often values productivity and constant action, this period challenges us to pause and reflect. It's like standing in the eye of a storm where everything around you may seem chaotic, but within you is a sense of calm and clarity. This stillness is not a void but a fertile ground for deep transformation. It's in this space that we find the opportunity to release old patterns and prepare ourselves for a new chapter of growth. You may feel uncertain, especially in the face of unstructured time or periods of introspection. The absence of clear direction can cause anxiety, as it pulls us out of our comfort zones. But here lies the invitation: to embrace this discomfort as a necessary part of the process. Think of it as the planting of seeds. There's a lot happening beneath the surface that isn't immediately visible. During this period, it's important to resist the urge to fill the void with distractions or hurried decisions. Instead, trust that the universe, guided by the planets and astral forces, is creating space for something greater to emerge. In practical terms, this discomfort may manifest in relationships, career, or personal growth. For example, you might find yourself reassessing connections that no longer serve your highest good, or you might question your career path and whether it aligns with your true calling. This period asks for a deeper level of trust, as it's easy to get lost in the insecurity that comes with facing the unknown. But remember, it's this very insecurity that fosters growth and expansion. When you sit with discomfort and resist the temptation to escape, you invite transformation to unfold in its own time. Another challenge of this period is navigating the internal conflict between doing and being. In a culture that places so much emphasis on external achievement, the pull to constantly be doing can be overwhelming. However, the planet's alignment calls us to embrace being, to honor the present moment, and to trust in life's natural rhythms. Instead of striving to control outcomes, this time encourages you to let go and allow things to unfold organically. This might mean taking a break, slowing down, or simply giving yourself permission to exist without the pressure to perform. Ultimately, the challenges of this period are not meant to break us but to build us up. The discomfort we face is an invitation to clear the space for something more aligned with our true selves. As we embrace the stillness, the silence, and the uncertainty, we unlock a deeper connection to ourselves and the universe. This period is like the winter season. It may feel cold and barren, but beneath the surface, the seeds of spring are already beginning to sprout. In a time when the energies of transformation are intense, rituals can serve as powerful anchors, providing stability and grounding. One of the most potent rituals for this period is the new moon ritual, which allows you to set intentions that align with the cycles of the universe. The new moon represents a fresh start, a blank slate, and an opportunity to manifest what you truly desire. During this ritual, you can write down your intentions on paper, focusing on what you wish to release and what you hope to invite into your life. Whether it's a new relationship, career shift, or spiritual awakening, this ritual will help you direct the energy of the cosmos toward your goals. Another powerful practice for grounding during this time is inspired by plant medicine and herbal healing. Just as plants draw nourishment from the earth, so too can we connect with nature to replenish and center ourselves. A simple practice could involve making an herbal tea using calming herbs like lavender or chamomile. As you sip, take deep breaths and allow the warmth to calm your nervous system. You might even consider creating a small altar with plants that resonate with your intentions. By incorporating plant medicine, you can align yourself with the energies of nature, tapping into its wisdom and rejuvenating your body, mind, and spirit. Grounding rituals don't always need to be elaborate. Sometimes, the simplest practices can have the most profound effect. Spending time outdoors with bare feet in the grass or sand can reconnect you to the Earth's grounding energy. The Earth's magnetic field is naturally stabilizing, and walking barefoot or simply sitting under a tree can help you feel more centered and present. As you sit in silence, you might even focus on the rhythm of your breath, syncing it with the natural flow of the universe. This simple act of presence can help you reset your energy and gain clarity amidst the swirling chaos of the world. Meditation is another ritual that can bring clarity during this time. By quieting the mind, you allow yourself to tune into your intuition, which is strongly influenced by the energy of the planets during this period. A meditation focused on grounding, imagine roots extending from the soles of your feet into the earth, can help you feel more stable and connected to your true self. This practice helps you detach from external noise and reconnect with your inner wisdom, which is essential when navigating the challenges of transformation. Even 5 minutes a day can create a powerful shift in your energy and mindset. Lastly, don't forget to honor your emotional body during this period. Grounding isn't just about physical practices, it's also about emotional stability. One way to nurture emotional grounding is by journaling. Reflecting on your thoughts and feelings allows you to process and release emotional blockages. Journaling during the new moon, for example, can be particularly potent. Writing down your hopes, dreams, and fears allows you to channel emotional energy in a productive way, clearing the path for new growth. Rituals like these not only stabilize your energy but also help you maintain a clear and focused mind as you journey through this transformative period. The metaphor of the river of life reminds us that life is a constant flow, ever-changing and unpredictable. Just like a river, we cannot control every twist and turn that comes our way, but we can choose how we respond. The flow of life, much like the energy of the planets, moves us in unexpected directions, and sometimes the best thing we can do is to let go of our need for control. Instead of resisting the current, allow yourself to be carried by it, trusting that each bend brings you closer to where you need to be. Surrendering to this flow doesn't mean giving up, but rather accepting that not all things are within your power to control. This is especially true during times of spiritual transformation, when the energy of the universe is urging us to release the old and embrace the unknown. The river of life flows through us, guiding us toward new experiences, people, and opportunities. When you try to fight this flow, you may find yourself feeling exhausted and disconnected from your true path. It's in the moments of surrender, when you let go of your expectations, that life begins to unfold naturally. Trusting the journey requires faith in the cosmic rhythms of the universe, where the sun, moon, and planets all play their part in shaping the direction we take. There are practical ways to practice surrendering to the river of life. One powerful method is by allowing yourself to pause and reflect before taking action. Instead of rushing into decisions, take a step back and ask yourself, is this in alignment with the natural flow of my life, or am I pushing against the current? When you feel the urge to force something, remember that the most meaningful transformations often happen when we stop swimming upstream and instead float with the current. By aligning your actions with the universal flow, you begin to experience a sense of ease and peace that was previously out of reach. The river of life also teaches us about patience and trust. Much like a river that takes time to carve out its path, your journey of personal growth and transformation is not instantaneous. The planets are constantly in motion, and each cosmic shift offers you a new opportunity to realign. There are times when you might feel lost or uncertain, but these moments are often the most crucial for inner growth. Trust that even when you can't see the destination, the river is always guiding you, and every experience, whether joyful or challenging, serves to move you forward in your spiritual evolution. Ultimately, embracing the river of life is about finding harmony with the natural rhythms of existence. Instead of fighting against life's challenges, let them guide you. Like the flow of a river that constantly moves toward the ocean, each experience takes you one step closer to your true self. When you release the need to control the outcome and instead trust in the journey, you align yourself with the cosmic forces of the universe, which is exactly what you need during this period of spiritual awakening. Letting go is the first step toward true freedom and alignment. The energy of the upcoming period encourages us to face the harsh truth about our dreams, goals, and expectations. For so long, we may have been holding on to fantasies or illusions, convinced that they were the key to happiness or success. But now, under the cosmic influence of Saturn's grounding energy, it's time to confront these illusions head-on. The planets have a way of showing us the reality beneath the surface, peeling away the layers of what we thought we wanted. This isn't about crushing dreams, but rather about understanding which dreams are worth pursuing and which ones were merely distractions from our true calling. Saturn, in its disciplined nature, forces us to look at things as they are, not as we wish them to be. It's like the sun shining a light into the shadows of our lives, revealing the areas where we've been deceiving ourselves. The key to breaking through these illusions is to embrace clarity and honesty. This doesn't mean letting go of all dreams. Rather, it's about discerning which ones are aligned with your true purpose and which are based on unrealistic fantasies. For instance, if you've been holding on to an idea of success defined solely by external achievements, Saturn will push you to reconsider whether this pursuit is truly fulfilling or if it's a hollow goal. There's wisdom in recognizing that sometimes our fantasies about life are just ways to avoid facing the discomfort of the present. The energy of this time asks us to confront the reality of where we are and where we've been, and to release any false notions of what life should look like. If you've been dreaming of a perfect relationship, a flawless career, or an unattainable standard of happiness, now is the time to let go of these expectations. Instead, focus on the things that are within your reach, those that will bring real fulfillment. For example, if you've always dreamed of fame but feel disconnected from your current career, consider redirecting that energy into something that nourishes your soul. This period is about breaking free from the chains of idealized fantasies and reconnecting with what's real, what's sustainable, and what's truly yours. The planets push us toward practical action and grounded decision-making. It's time to get honest with yourself. Are you pursuing a dream that truly resonates with your inner self? Or are you chasing something because it's what you were taught to want? This process of introspection may feel uncomfortable at times, but it's necessary for your growth. It's through this discomfort that you'll break free from the illusions that have held you back from living authentically. By embracing the truth of who you are and what you truly desire, you create space for real transformation. This isn't a time for chasing fantasies but for building a life based on clarity, purpose, and authenticity. As Saturn dissolves illusions, it also empowers you to focus on what's real and tangible, paving the way for more meaningful achievements. This process will not only align you with your true path but will also help you move forward with greater intention and confidence. Your journey is about to become more aligned with the natural flow of the universe, leaving behind the fantasies that no longer serve you. As the year begins, the cosmic energies of January through March call for deep reflection and introspection. This period invites us to slow down and resist the urge to rush through life. Instead of chasing outcomes, we are encouraged to align ourselves with the natural rhythm of the universe. The energy of this time is all about pausing, allowing space for inner guidance, and cultivating patience. The planets are supporting this shift toward mindfulness, urging us to trust in the process rather than attempt to control it. It's a time to take a step back and evaluate what truly matters, whether in personal relationships, career goals, or spiritual practices. During this time, the practice of stillness is essential. It's easy to get caught up in the whirlwind of life, especially when the world around us seems to be moving at an accelerated pace. But the cosmic invitation here is to embrace the silence. When was the last time you allowed yourself to be still without distraction? Try taking a few minutes each day to meditate, journal, or simply sit in quiet contemplation. This pause can create the clarity needed to see beyond the noise of everyday life. The moon's phases can guide this practice. Use the new moon to set intentions and the full moon to release what no longer serves you. The energy of this period also encourages practices that cultivate trust and faith. You might find it challenging at first, as the need for certainty often drives us to push and force things into motion. But the cosmos reminds us that growth comes from surrendering to the flow of life. Let go of the need to control every outcome. For example, if you're embarking on a new project or relationship, trust that the right opportunities will unfold in due time. Trusting the process may feel counterintuitive, but it will ultimately bring greater alignment with your soul's purpose. It's not about waiting passively, but about allowing things to evolve naturally without forcing them into existence. Incorporating energy practices such as breath work or grounding rituals can also help during this period. Taking time to connect with the earth, whether by walking barefoot on the ground or practicing yoga outdoors, can help you feel more centered and balanced. The planets urge us to reconnect with our bodies and the earth beneath us as a way of grounding ourselves during a time when the mind can easily wander. By integrating these practices into your daily routine, you're allowing yourself to stay anchored while still being open to the shifts taking place around you. Ultimately, the first months of 2025 are about embracing the unknown and allowing space for new possibilities to emerge. It's a time for introspection, for cultivating trust, and for recognizing that sometimes, doing nothing is the most powerful action you can take. Instead of striving, focus on being present, being aware, and being in tune with the natural flow of the universe. This energy invites us to realign with what truly matters, and as we do, we prepare ourselves for the next phase of growth and transformation that the rest of the year will bring. The months of January through March are not just about introspection. They open a portal to deep self-discovery. As we begin the year, we're called to confront the parts of ourselves that we've either neglected or avoided. It's as if the cosmos is asking us to take an honest look in the mirror and examine what we've built our identities upon. This is a time to unravel the layers of societal expectations, familial influences, and old beliefs that have shaped our sense of self. It's a period that encourages shedding the versions of ourselves that no longer serve our highest purpose. What's left is the opportunity to create a more authentic version of who we truly are. This journey of self-discovery is about finding the courage to redefine who we are and what we stand for. It's not always an easy process, as it requires vulnerability and a willingness to face discomfort. but the planets align in such a way that encourages embracing this vulnerability as a path to personal growth. For instance, consider the way the zodiac sign of Pisces influences this period. Its energy is all about intuition, spiritual connection, and emotional depth. By allowing yourself to feel into your authentic desires, you'll begin to uncover hidden truths about yourself that have been buried under layers of external pressure. The portal of self-discovery also encourages us to examine the roles we've played in our lives. Are you living in alignment with your true self, or are you simply playing a part based on what others expect of you? Think about the ways in which you've shaped your identity, whether through your career, relationships, or even social media presence. This period offers a chance to break free from these external identities and rediscover the core of who you really are. Start by asking yourself questions like, who am I without all the labels and expectations? Or what would I do if I weren't afraid of judgment? One of the best ways to explore this process of self-discovery is by journaling or engaging in creative expression. This act allows your thoughts and emotions to flow freely, revealing deeper insights that might be hiding beneath the surface. It's about allowing your subconscious to come forward and speak through the pen, brush, or instrument. As you release the need for perfection or control, you'll find that the answers you've been searching for emerge naturally. Even taking small steps like starting a new hobby or connecting with like-minded individuals can help to clarify your sense of self. As you journey through this period, remember that self-discovery isn't about finding a perfect version of yourself. It's about embracing your imperfections and learning to love yourself as you are. There's power in acknowledging that you don't have to have it all figured out. The process of self-discovery is ongoing, and it's a journey that evolves alongside the changes you experience throughout the year. As you step into this portal, be gentle with yourself, and allow the universe to guide you toward the truth of who you were always meant to be. Embracing vulnerability is perhaps one of the most transformative practices we can engage in during the early months of 2025. The energy around this time encourages us to strip away the walls we've built around ourselves, allowing for deeper emotional connection and self-awareness. Vulnerability, often seen as a weakness, is actually a strength that opens us to authentic experiences and relationships. When we allow ourselves to be vulnerable, we are, in essence, saying to the universe, I trust you enough to show up as my true self. This courageous act creates a space for profound healing and growth, not only within ourselves but also in our connections with others. This integration of vulnerability is about allowing our hearts to be seen, without armor or defenses. It's a chance to release the fear of judgment and open up to the beauty of raw, unfiltered human experience. For example, consider the moon in Cancer during this time, a sign known for its emotional depth and nurturing energy. This placement encourages us to honor our emotional landscape, even when it feels overwhelming. Instead of pushing emotions aside, we're urged to sit with them, express them, and let them guide us toward greater understanding and compassion. It's about allowing our soft spots to be seen and recognized, not as flaws, but as integral parts of our journey. One of the most empowering ways to embrace vulnerability is through honest conversations, whether with ourselves or others. Start by asking yourself questions like, what part of me am I afraid to share with the world? Or where have I been holding back my true emotions? These questions can unlock the deeper layers of your heart, leading to powerful realizations. When we share these vulnerable parts with people who resonate with our authenticity, we create bonds that transcend superficial connections. The act of being vulnerable often encourages others to do the same, creating a ripple effect of mutual trust and understanding. A practical ritual for integrating vulnerability into your life is through the practice of mindful breathing or meditation. These practices allow you to sit with uncomfortable emotions without rushing to fix them or push them away. For example, try sitting in a quiet space, closing your eyes and simply observing your thoughts and feelings. Let yourself feel without judgment, whether it's pain, sadness, joy, or hope. This practice helps to cultivate emotional awareness and acceptance, making it easier to navigate vulnerability in real-life situations. The more we practice sitting with our emotions, the more we can begin to integrate them into our daily lives without feeling overwhelmed. As we move forward through these months, integrating vulnerability isn't about expecting instant results or perfection. It's a continuous process of learning to trust ourselves and the universe enough to be seen in our rawest form. There will be moments of discomfort, but they are necessary steps toward embracing the full spectrum of life's emotional experiences. This energy encourages us to see vulnerability not as something to be ashamed of but as a powerful tool for personal evolution and deeper connection with the world around us. As we move into May 2025, there is a noticeable shift in the energy, one that carries us from reflection and emotional depth into a phase of action and movement. The groundwork laid in the early months, which focused on vulnerability, trust, and introspection, becomes the catalyst for growth and expansion. Think of it as planting seeds in the fertile soil of the soul, seeds that need time to take root before they can sprout. By May, those seeds are ready to push through the surface, growing into tangible changes in both our personal and external worlds. The universe, in all its cosmic wisdom, allows us the time we need to solidify our foundation before urging us to move forward. The transition into a more action-oriented energy is not about rushing or forcing things to happen. It's about aligning with the natural flow of the universe. The key here is to maintain the lessons learned in the earlier part of the year, lessons of patience, trust, and vulnerability. This means that as opportunities begin to manifest, we must approach them with an open heart, free of the fears and hesitations that may have held us back before. The planets, particularly Mars, may encourage bold action, but this energy is most powerful when it's rooted in authenticity and a clear sense of purpose. For example, consider the influence of Jupiter in Taurus during this period, a combination that supports growth and abundance in a grounded, sustainable way. This alignment offers an opportunity to expand in areas where you've been patient, whether that's in your career, relationships, or personal goals. It's about taking practical steps toward your dreams, armed with the wisdom gained in the first few months of the year. If you've been working on projects behind the scenes, now is the time to put them into the spotlight. However, the energy also encourages careful planning and thoughtful decisions, rather than hasty moves based on impulsiveness. Another important aspect of this shift is the alignment of Venus and the Sun, which may bring a wave of clarity to our relationships. During this time, there is potential for deepening connections with loved ones or attracting new opportunities that align with our soul's purpose. Venus invites us to embrace beauty, harmony, and balance, which can manifest in new partnerships, creative endeavors, or financial opportunities. But again, the key to success is ensuring that our actions are aligned with our inner truth and that we remain in tune with the lessons we learned in the early months of the year. This period of energetic shift will demand a balance between action and patience. While the energy encourages forward movement, we must still honor the foundation we've built and stay true to the insights gained during the quieter months of the year. The pace may quicken, but it's essential to remain grounded, keeping our focus on what truly matters and aligning our actions with our higher purpose. In this way, the transition into the second half of 2025 becomes a harmonious blend of growth and grounded energy, ensuring that our actions are not just fast, but also purposeful and aligned with our true desires. Water, in its many forms, serves as a powerful metaphor for the energies we seek in life: love, connection, and flow. It reminds us that we do not need to search frantically for fulfillment in external sources, but rather we can tap into this abundant resource within ourselves. The analogy of water suggests that we already possess the flow, the love, and the connection we long for, but it requires us to stop searching externally and instead turn inward to nurture these qualities. Much like a river carving its path through the landscape, we too must trust the natural flow of life, surrendering to its rhythm and learning to trust that it will lead us to where we need to be. In practical terms, this means allowing ourselves to release control and trust the process of life. Too often we find ourselves caught up in the pursuit of validation, success, or love from others, when in fact, these things are only reflections of the deeper connection we already hold within ourselves. Water teaches us that love is not something we need to chase. It is something we need to cultivate within. Think of the way water nourishes all life. It flows freely and without force, creating space for growth and change. If we allow ourselves to embrace this flowing energy, we can begin to nurture love, abundance, and clarity within, without the constant need for external validation. The power of water also lies in its ability to adapt and transform. Water doesn't resist, it flows. Whether it's flowing in a river, falling as rain, or moving through the air as vapor, water is always in motion. This serves as a reminder that we too must remain flexible and adaptable in our journey. Life, much like water, is ever-changing, and our ability to flow with it determines how easily we can move through challenges. When we try to resist the flow, we create friction, leading to unnecessary struggles. However, when we embrace it, we find ourselves moving through life with grace, even in the most turbulent moments. Moreover, the clarity of water also symbolizes the clarity we seek in our emotional and spiritual lives. When water is still, it becomes clear, allowing us to see deeper into its depths. Similarly, when we allow ourselves moments of stillness, we can see clearly within ourselves and connect with our true essence. Just like water requires no effort to flow naturally, we too can tap into our natural state of balance and clarity when we stop forcing outcomes and simply allow ourselves to be. The moon's influence, particularly when it's full, can amplify this clarity, helping us release what no longer serves and deepen our connection to the source of all things. Water, then, is a reminder to trust in the flow of life and to cultivate the energies we seek within ourselves. It teaches us that love, connection, and abundance are not things to chase, but states of being we can nurture within. As we embrace this energy, we learn to align with the natural rhythm of life, surrendering to its flow and allowing it to carry us to new heights of growth and fulfillment. By practicing patience, surrender, and trust in this process, we can unlock the abundance that has always been within us, waiting to be discovered. The period from January through March sets a powerful foundation for spiritual growth and transformation. It's a time of deep cleansing where we let go of the old and make room for new ways of being. During this time, we are encouraged to deconstruct what no longer serves us, whether it's limiting beliefs, outdated habits, or societal expectations. By releasing these structures, we align ourselves with a higher frequency, making space for more authentic connections, greater emotional depth, and a clearer sense of purpose. It's not always easy to let go, but when we surrender, we open ourselves to the flow of life's natural rhythm. As we navigate this transformative period, it's essential to remember that the discomfort we might feel is a necessary part of the process. The emotional vulnerability encouraged by the conjunction of Saturn and Neptune in Pisces is key to dissolving illusions and reconnecting with our true selves. We may feel uncertain or even lost at times, but this is where the most profound growth happens. Trusting the process, even when it feels uncomfortable, helps us emerge stronger, clearer, and more aligned with our true essence. It's a reminder that sometimes, in order to rebuild, we first have to tear down what's no longer aligned with who we truly are. The rituals we engage in during this period, whether it's reflecting during a new moon, grounding ourselves in nature, or practicing mindfulness, serve as anchors in the storm. These practices help us reconnect with our inner wisdom and provide the clarity we need to move forward. Just as water nurtures all life, these rituals support our emotional and spiritual well-being, helping us navigate the energetic shifts with ease and grace. They remind us that self-care isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. When we take the time to nurture ourselves, we become better equipped to handle the challenges that lie ahead and can approach life with a sense of peace and purpose. The theme of surrender and flow continues to be prominent as we progress through this period. As we align ourselves with the cosmic energies, we realize that we don't have to force things to happen. The energy of the universe is always at work, and when we trust in its rhythm, we become more attuned to the natural flow of life. Just as a river flows effortlessly toward the sea, we too can move forward with grace and ease, knowing that we are supported by the universe every step of the way. This period encourages us to release control and trust that the universe will guide us exactly where we need to go. Ultimately, the spiritual growth achieved during this time lays the groundwork for the rest of the year. The clarity gained, the structures dismantled, and the inner work done will support us as we move forward with intention and purpose. The energy of early 2025 invites us to let go of the old and step into a new era of self-awareness, authenticity, and deep connection. By embracing the flow of life, surrendering control, and aligning with the energies of the cosmos, we unlock the door to a more meaningful and fulfilling existence. As we move forward into 2025, remember that the universe is always in motion, guiding us toward greater alignment with our true selves. The cosmic energies of the new year aren't just abstract concepts. They're forces you can tap into to create the life you desire. It's time to stop waiting for things to fall into place and start taking empowered action by aligning your intentions with the celestial rhythms around you. So ask yourself, are you ready to embrace the changes that the cosmos has in store for you? What rituals will you incorporate into your daily life to tap into the powerful energy of the universe? The truth is, the more you engage with the cosmic energies through intention, ritual, and reflection, the more aligned you'll be with the flow of life. It's all about creating harmony between your inner world and the universe, trusting that everything you need is already within you. Now, as you continue to explore this journey, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and activate the notifications. This is just the beginning, and there's so much more to uncover about the cosmic energies shaping your life. Get ready to dive deeper, apply these rituals, and transform your reality with the wisdom of the stars. Your journey to 2025 begins now. Let's make it count.